Okay. Why does he keep getting
Funny enough,
moved?
if you do like you look at like some of um the developer behind the scenes for like Hollow Knight, Hollow Knight actually abuses this strongly. Um,
Why?
a lot of their background, a lot of the elements of the game that are in the background
Hmm.
or in the foreground are like hundreds of units backwards. Like they take all of their decoration stuff and they just shove it all the way in the back and then flip the sorting layer to have it render in front, but they push it way back. So like they're whereas like your setup here has like the fog is in front of the bushes and the bushes is in front of the fences,
Hmm.
right? In the actual scene, Hollow Knight will go and say like push the bushes positive 300 units back and then just put it on the bush layer.
Interesting. So what's the purpose of that?
When you're looking at it in the scene view, it's far away. When you look at it in 3D, it's far away and you can't see it.
Okay.
It's very silly, but it makes sense why they do it. They're trying to make it so that when they're looking at the scene in the scene view, that they're only looking at the colliders, the player, the foreground, everything that's not relevant to gameplay gets pushed 300 units back. Because like background doesn't matter to gameplay, but when they're like
Right.
looking at collision stuff and they're like, why is the player like clipping through this floor?
Yep.
You click 3D, you look at it in 3D, and you go, ah, because you're isolating a lot of the stuff. It was very interesting to see. I remember seeing it in like a picture.
Yeah. I can't really get this to do. It's too blue. But that's too dark.
Is the base color blue? Is the texture itself
Yeah.
blue?
Yeah.
Uh Photoshop
Yeah.
Photoshop time. Just make it white and then open it in Photoshop and then just grayscale and then bump the level, right?
Yeah. What's the easiest way to do that? Not sprite editor, right?
Yeah, no, it'd be like click where it says "09 bushes,"
Yeah.
and then that's the texture itself in the project, and now you can like show an explorer,
And do it. Oh, that's right. Yep. Yep. Okay. And then
and
if
then just
I
open Photoshop or GIMP or whatever you use. I'm
Photopea
assuming you're a
currently.
photo.
I was.
Yeah.
I had my last job. I got it for free, but they finally canceled my email after like 6 months.
Uh,
So now I don't have it.
gotcha.
But that's okay. I'll get it back at some point. Um,
I'm
sure.
an affinity in GIMP. There's a new product. Actually, I'd be curious your opinion of it at some point.
I haven't tried it.
There
I'll have to.
there is a project which is called PhotoGimp,
Okay.
and it is a fork of GIMP that adds is a fork of IMP that makes it look like Photoshop.
Okay. So the same, just
It's
UI
still
layout,
GIMP
everything.
it's under the hood. It's still GIMP, but it's attempting to look like Photoshop because a lot of people say that the main reason that they wouldn't use it is because um yeah, you probably want what a color, yeah, hue saturation, and then change the saturation to 0, and then the lightness to like 100 to make it completely white.
Okay,
The
yeah, that's
saturation
fair.
to 0. Saturation, make that negative 100. Yeah,
Yeah,
then it's
yeah.
gray, and
Okay.
that makes it completely white.
Okay. So I can just save it as same. And it'll just automatically replace it, right?
Yeah, it should replace it. Yeah.
Did I not save that right? It is not replacing it. Where did it go?
Have you clicked back into Unity? It may
Yeah.
not have. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's trying to save it. Why is it saving to my downloads? Replace file.
Because it's just a Chrome app. It doesn't actually have
Yeah.
any way to know where to put it.
Okay, so if I just put it back.
If it's named the same thing, you should just be able to, to just drag and drop it.
Is it? Does it have to be the .png.meta?
It would just be the, it would just be the PNG, not the meta. The meta file is like the Unity specific file.
Why isn't it?
It's all of Unity's import settings and stuff. You probably won't be able to drag it in because Unity will be like, oh, they're named the same thing, and you can't. Doesn't have like a rename like system, so you have to do it in Explorer.
I mean, it is. I have it right here. Right? Am I?
Yeah, in the assets. Yep.
But it's not changing.
Yeah, brushes.
In...
0 brushes. Yep. That thumbnail is not going to update right away.
Okay.
The little thing in the bottom
there
right
it
corner.
goes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's. Right, it just takes a
Now it's
while.
empty.
So then.
So now you can control the blue color because when you just make it white, it's just white.
That lamp. Let's see. I don't know, there's something bothering me with this color. Like it needs to be darker. Not like, should I tone the brightness down?
It depends on what you're. I don't exactly know what you're trying to accomplish, but
I don't really know either. I just know that this color's not working for me.
gotcha.
It's almost black. I don't want it black. But the gray is too gray.
I see.
That might be if I throw a little opacity on it. No, now you can't really see it all. That's something I'm gonna have to play with. I'll have to figure that out. How I want to do it.
Because the fog kind of hides it because it's the same color.
you can see how a full. Yeah, see, I think that blends in too much with the ground now.
Well, which yeah, I was gonna say, could you move it up, move the bushes up, so that they poke out over the top more, over the black ground?
I mean, if I do that though, you got the hilly part, which I think is too high.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's not too bad. I just liked how it was popping out slightly so you get more of that depth effect.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's something I can play with in Photoshop. I don't think that'll be a big deal.
Yeah.
Like that for now so I can see them. And then the lamps I gotta fix.
Yeah, the lamppost is interesting.
I gotta fix the texture too.
Because
It does not match at all.
it's 3D.
Yeah, it
That
is.
is probably why it's being a pain.
Is it worth having it as 3D? Nothing about it matches. I don't know.
The problem with mixed is because the renderers don't respect each other. So like you put the layer, it's on the default rendering layer, but it appears in front of the 2D elements because it's 3D. It's weird how this works, but like
Okay.
that's kind of the big issue with mixing 2D and 3D. I think because in 3D you have to use the Z-axis to actually move it behind it, because right now it's physically in front of the bush.
Yeah.
So like the layering stuff doesn't work if it's in 3D. If it's a 3D renderer.
Okay, so what's there a way
So
around it or?
the way around it would be to, well, one, you have to physically move it. So grab them and then like go into 3D and like physically move them back.
Okay, like I just did.
Yeah. But you have to like double check where the actual like bush is, because it looks like the bush is right there. It has to go behind them physically. Yeah,
Bush.
so they needs to keep going back. Yeah, bushes, those have to move forward. Like that. Yeah, they have to be in front of even the trees. The trees are also, it looks like 3D, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it has to be in front of that physically for that to actually be respected.
Okay. Okay, so that's behind the bush now. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta. He keeps popping up above. I gotta adjust him. He's like not on the path anymore.
Oh yeah, because he's inside the floor. When he starts, he's inside the floor. That's why he popped up. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So how would we adjust him?
Well, yeah, you can see that the capsule. See the green capsule?
Yep.
Like, zoom in. If you look at look at where the ground is. The ground is like up, so you have to like physically move him up.
Okay. I can't make him like he's in the middle of the path, you know, that kind of effect.
Oh, well, in that case, you need to change the collider on the thing, because if you look at the collider, like click the ground, and like select the first collider. Yeah, you can't because it's locked, but
Yeah.
if you select the collider, you notice the collider encompasses the whole sprite. So what you can do is you can click the edit collider button on the polygon collider,